Clayton Kershaw just did something that most pitchers only dream of. In Sunday's matchup against the St. Louis Cardinals, he put up a performance that wasn't just about the win or the box score, it was about legacy. With 7 strikeouts in just 5 innings of work, Kershaw officially moved past Zack Greinke on Major League Baseball's all-time strikeout list. That milestone bumped him into 20th place in history, with a grand total of 2,983 career strikeouts as of June 8, 2025. And while the number itself is impressive, the story behind it, the journey, the comeback, the consistency is what really makes this moment special for both Kershaw and the Dodgers. Now, if you've been watching Clayton Kershaw over the years, you know this isn't just another name on a long leaderboard. This is a man who's defined pitching excellence for over a decade, who's carried the weight of October expectations on his shoulders, and who has spent a career turning elite hitters into helpless onlookers. To see him climb into the top 20 all-time in strikeouts is more than just a stat, it's a tribute to longevity, resilience, and mastery of the craft. Kershaw's reaction to the milestone was classic Clayton. Humble, understated, and mixed with a little humor. When asked about surpassing Zack Greinke, a former teammate and fellow master of the mound, he admitted he wasn't tracking the number that closely. But apparently, someone else was Freddie Freeman. Kershaw laughed while saying, "You passed Zack, I wanted to beat Zack." That's good. That line right there shows the competitive fire is still very much alive, even in a player who's already cemented his Hall of Fame status. But Kershaw wasn't just chasing numbers out there. He was dealing. In what was his first win of the 2025 season, he threw 5 innings of 1-run baseball without issuing a single walk. Those 7 strikeouts weren't just symbolic, they were dominant. It was a vintage Kershaw performance, the kind that reminds you of those early 2010s games when he'd make MVPs look average and shut down lineups without breaking a sweat. What really stood out, though, was the efficiency. No walks. That matters. In fact, this outing marked the 65th time in his career that he's recorded at least 7 strikeouts and 0 walks in a game. That's the most in MLB history. Think about that. In a league that's seen power arms from Nolan Ryan to Pedro Martinez to Max Scherzer, nobody has put up more 7+ K, 0 BB games than Clayton Kershaw. That speaks volumes about not just his stuff, but his command, his preparation, and his baseball IQ. Kershaw himself summed it up well after the game. "You don't need strikeouts all the time," he said, "but if you have that ability, that's definitely a good thing." It's a line that captures his evolution as a pitcher. Early in his career, Kershaw was the guy who wanted to blow it by you. Mid-career, he became a pitcher who outthought you. And now, post-injury, post-prime, he's the seasoned craftsman who knows when to reach back for that strikeout and when to induce weak contact. That balance is what makes him still so effective in a league where velocity often overshadows everything else. The backdrop of all this makes it even more impressive. Coming into 2025, Kershaw was recovering from off-season shoulder surgery. He wasn't expected to be a frontline ace anymore, and his return was clouded with questions. Could he still get big league hitters out consistently? Would the shoulder hold up over multiple starts? Would the velocity return even slightly? All fair concerns. But Sunday's outing showed that even if he's not throwing 95 anymore, Kershaw can still carve up a lineup with location, movement, and that patented curveball that's embarrassed hitters for 17 seasons. What's also worth mentioning is that this wasn't just any win, it was a much-needed boost for a Dodgers team battling injury problems in the rotation. With key arms like Walker Buehler and Dustin May working their way back, and others like Yoshinobu Yamamoto trying to adjust and find consistency, having Kershaw return in this kind of form is huge. His presence stabilizes the rotation. It gives Dave Roberts a veteran option he can trust every 5th day. And most importantly, it gives the rest of the staff a standard to follow. There's a quiet leadership that comes with having Kershaw around. He's not the loudest guy in the clubhouse, but his work ethic, his preparation, and his focus speak louder than any pre-game speech ever could. Young pitchers look at him and see what it takes to be great, not just for a season, but for a career. That's invaluable. And with the Dodgers trying to navigate the roller coaster that is a 162-game season, having that kind of figure back in the rotation changes everything. Now, let's zoom out and talk about what's next. As of June 8, he's sitting at 2,983 strikeouts. That means he's just 17 away from joining the elusive 3,000 strikeout club. That's a number only 19 other pitchers in history have reached. Some of those names? Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Tom Seaver, Greg Maddux, and Max Scherzer. It's a list filled with legends. And if all goes well, Kershaw could be joining them within his next few starts. Assuming health, he might even hit that mark before the All-Star break. Reaching 3,000 strikeouts won't just be a nice round number. It will be a capstone on a career that has already included 3 Cy Young Awards, an MVP, a World Series title, multiple All-Star nods, and a reputation as one of the greatest left-handed pitchers the game has ever seen. For years, people have debated whether Kershaw was the best of his era. Statistically, he's got a case. Career ERA under 3.0. WHIP around 1.0. Over 200 wins. Now, add 3,000 strikeouts to that resume, and the conversation shifts from best of his generation to one of the best of all time. Even though Kershaw has never been a guy who chased milestones, you can bet this one matters. Not because he needs it to validate his greatness, but because of what it represents: durability, dominance, and decades of hard work. It's not easy to get to 3,000. It takes talent, but it also takes health, consistency, and a competitive edge that doesn't fade over time. Kershaw has all of that. And let's not forget the fan reaction. Dodgers fans have watched this man grow from a baby-faced rookie in 2008 to the franchise cornerstone he is today. Every time he takes the mound at Chavez Ravine, you can feel the energy shift. People lean in a little more. There's a certain buzz when he's pitching, because you know you're watching something special. So when he does hit that 3,000 strikeout mark, expect a standing ovation that lasts well beyond the final pitch. As the Dodgers look ahead to the second half of the season, Kershaw's role will be more than just symbolic. He's going to be leaned on for big starts. He's going to be the guy they turn to when they need a stopper or a tone setter. And if the team makes it deep into October again, don't be surprised if Kershaw finds himself on the mound in another high-stakes postseason game. Because even after all the innings, all the surgeries, and all the questions, the fire still burns. There's also the possibility that this might be Kershaw's final season. He's hinted before that he's taking it year by year. If that's the case, then every appearance from here on out is a piece of baseball history in motion. It's a chance to appreciate one of the all-time greats while he's still doing it at a high level. And judging by Sunday's performance, he's not just out there for nostalgia, he's still out there to win. So let's take a moment to appreciate what we're witnessing. Not just the milestone, but the man behind it. Clayton Kershaw has given everything to this game: his talent, his body, his competitive soul. And now, at age 37, with a surgically repaired shoulder and nearly 2 decades of wear and tear, he's still striking out big league hitters and rewriting the record books. If you're a baseball fan, these are the moments you live for. The kind of performances that remind you why you fell in love with the game in the first place. Because every once in a while, the stars align, and you get to watch greatness unfold in real time. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown of Kershaw's latest milestone, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know where you think Kershaw ranks among the all-time great pitchers, and whether you believe he's got one last postseason run left in him. And be sure to share this video with other baseball fans who appreciate what it means to see a living legend in action.